DanceFam, we are back again with another episode of The Session. Thank you for stopping by. As always, I'm your host, Russ Santos, aka Luck and Robin. And I'm joined once again by Eser Valencia. What's happening, man?
Nothing much. Y'all tired of me yet?
I'm not.
Thanks.
Good. Shout out. I want to give a quick shout out to Jess Jacobo because she said that she likes listening to us even though she doesn't watch World of Dance. I called her weird. Justin, your fiance is weird.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know what we're talking about.
Weird. Hey, I got my parents to start taking a look at us. They were asking me,
really?
like, what am I doing every week?
Well, I guess now I have to keep a clean mouth.
No, you don't.
Okay. Dirt, mud, bugs.
But the funny thing was when they were asking, like, what is the fam? What is fam? It's like it's family. Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay, speaking of family, World of Dance.
Yeah.
Like that segue? Didn't make sense.
But what the world is, it's all family.
Nope. World of Dance, Season 3, Episode 6.
Yep.
Part 2 of the duels, the junior team division here. You said, before we started, you said you liked this episode.
I did.
I was okay with it. There's some parts I did like. I like how mean the kids are.
Yeah. That was the
they're
thing.
Super serious.
Yeah.
Man. It's like, it comes with the generation, but like everyone will last, in the last episode, everyone was a little bit more mature about it.
Yeah, a little more dignified. Yeah.
Yeah, dignified. Good word. Good word. And the kids, they have nothing to lose. Who cares? They're there to win.
Yeah.
Don't.
Dang, they
don't
were holding
them.
Yeah, they were not holding back in this one.
I was like, "Jeez, guys, come on, relax.
Hey, whoa,
Take it easy."
Hey.
Yeah, I think for this season, or not this season, this episode, I agreed with J-Lo almost all the time.
You heard it here, guys.
And that's a rarity in itself. I disagreed with Neo. Okay, well, I didn't disagree with Neo a lot, but I just didn't like things Neo said a lot.
No, I was there too when I was watching this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Neo. Oh, okay.
He's dropped to third place for me in terms of of the rankings of judges' respectability for me. Oh well, I like his music, but anything else you want to say about this whole episode as a whole before I move into the duels?
No, I think we covered it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. First, a duel. VPeepz versus Battle Droids crew. Shout out to Battle Droids crew real quick because they hit us up on Instagram. Because we said that we liked their name, or I liked their name at least. They had the coolest name. I still agree that they have the coolest name. It's Battle Droids. Come on. Star Wars.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Episode 9.
Yeah.
You ready?
So many more months. But I'm ready for Endgame. Another time to talk about that.
Less than a month. When are those tickets coming on sale, man? God. Anyway, all right. We're good.
We're good.
VPeepz versus Battle Droids crew. I'll start things off with the VPeepz. So they're a junior team, obviously hip hop, urban dance from the Philippines. Shout out to the homeland.
Woo woo.
So right off the bat, I noticed what they were wearing. They were wearing like these referee outfits. And before they even started dancing, I was like, gee, I hope it actually adds to their set. I hope it actually means something.
Mm-hmm.
Because last in their qualifiers, they were wearing, the fireman outfits.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with fires or firefighters. You know what I mean? So I was very skeptical. And that made me look for like something having to do with any kind of sport. In this case, it was soccer.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that until the end when they threw out a red card. I was like, well, great. I guess they're soccer referees. The song had nothing to do with it. The way they were dancing had nothing to do with it. That kind of sets me off a little bit.
You all get an E for effort.
Yeah, so if I'm being perfectly honest, I just was not into the whole. I'm not into the whole. We're wearing an outfit and it has a theme, but we're completely disregarding it. Then wear whatever you want.
Yeah,
if it has nothing to do with anything. Jeez. Anyway, so that happened. But their energy's super high and they're super clean. But not to take away from that, but I think the reason why they were clean, at least in my opinion, is that because most of the time they were dancing so very stiff and sharp with kind of repeated rhythms and movements that didn't really, I don't know, it didn't really take much to stay clean because everything was so separated and very stiff and very sharp, very isolated. When the song, for me, it didn't really match the song. You can do it for a little bit with the song, but the song makes you really want to rock. I forget what the song was, but it just, I don't know, it's one of those high energy songs that just makes you want to keep moving. The girl in front with the leg up, lost balance. That's tough.
It happens, but at the same time, you gotta, at this point, I think you gotta get a lock on it.
Yeah, like if you're in the front.
Yeah, for sure.
You're the only one doing something, you gotta lock that down. Yeah, I said the song and dance had nothing to do with outfits or soccer. Sometimes the transitions weren't great because they just did the standard crouching run, hidden dragon thing. Which is,
oh boy,
it's kind of tired because it's like, oh, we can't see you there.
I know.
And if you follow us on Facebook, we've made a meme out of that. It's called Dancer Hide and Seek. Go check it out. I think as a whole, it was a little bit monotonous because of the fact that everything was just so one note. Well, that's what it means. But like,
yeah,
the whole overall flow, there was no build up. There were no differences in the rhythms or even just in the dynamics and the feel of everything. And I actually liked their qualifier better, in my opinion. But that's me. What'd you think, man?
Well, I did appreciate like when both crews were face to face. I was like, okay, getting that mental state. They're ready to go.
Like a real battle.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, they got the vibe. Like I got it. It was excellent for me, and they were really coming for the other crew. Like Battle Droids, like I felt like they had something coming up against them. But as soon as I started watching again, like I have to agree with also like the whole outfits and the theme of their set. I was just like, I'm trying to connect it. I really was, but it wasn't working for me. Like if you're really gonna do like some sort of like theme like that, I mean, we've seen like previous teams in the past seasons where they've successfully done like some sort of theme to incorporate in their set, and it was great. Like I can't remember the name of the team previously that did something with a hockey theme going.
Brotherhood.
Yeah, they did supremely well incorporating the sports aspect within their set.
Yeah.
While you have VPeepz here, great dancers, but it was just very separate. I was like, okay, you have the outfits on.
Yeah, it kind of takes you out of it because you're looking for.
Yeah,
a
you really are. You're just watching there, like anticipating because like you have something set there, especially when you have such a blown up background and like you're in a stadium. It's like, where's the soccer ball? Where's everything else? Yeah. But I'll stop there because I think we've already exhausted it. But at the same time, just like I wanted something more out of it. But I guess from what JLo said, like she was saying, like, oh, dancers are athletes, but like basic. I think there should be more to it. Yeah, with this, I can't remember the song either, but I remember the feel of it as like it needs to be for me a little more gritty. Like there's something like a little more raw energy that had to be about it rather than super cleanliness about it. So something was definitely just not there for me. Like great pictures. I like how they are very consistent with themselves, but I don't know. I just miss the rawness of of hip hop dancing for this particular set. So
100% agree. Yeah. So overall, I think there were more negatives for me than things I actually liked about their set. I ended up giving them an 85.
I gave them an 86.
Okay, so we're right there.
Yeah.
Somehow they graced it with a 92.7.
I know, that was a little surprising for me. I don't know.
Somehow.
I don't know.
And they went up against Battle Droids crew, and I will kick things off with them. They had their power moves were clean. And I'll
Mm-hmm.
give them that, because when multiple people do the same power move, with each person having their own flair and style,
Yeah.
pun intended, it's hard to keep that clean. They did a really good job with that, so props to them for that.
Yep.
I think, or they had good tricks, and their call-outs were way better
Oh, for sure.
than VPeepz. They're B-boys, so they know how to do it. Overall, I felt like their overall flow or structure of their set wasn't there. I think they needed more of a structure. It kind of just seemed a lot really staggered, especially with the transitions, because it didn't seem fluid at all. I just looked like, all right, here's one part, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Here's the next part, we're going to do this. Nothing really to connect everything. Just they need to find a way to do that. And one thing I liked about their qualifier is that they had a bit of a run of them all doing b-boy choreo, and it really showcases how technical b-boying is and breaking is. So they didn't have that in this. It was mostly just trick after trick after setup. Not so much any choreo except for maybe one quick top rock.
Yeah.
So I think that really hurt them there. What do you think?
For me, probably the best part was when one of their b-boy fellow b-boys, they were doing like they were I don't know, I call it crossing the water kind of move, like because he was like walking on each of their chest,
right,
like on like a seamless like line. It was like, okay, that was impressive. That was a good trick.
I called it the Ninja Warrior.
Oh, I called it the crossing water. I guess it was just because they're wearing blue shirts.
Sure.
But for sure, their battle mentality was so present, because like you can't help it. They're b-boys, and like, you know, you're a b-boy. You say duel or you say battle. It's like, okay, we're in a different like aggressive like natural mindset here, so we're ready to take it. So that was good on their end, but at the same time, I did catch that the dancing was lacking, because it was just overpowered by so many tricks and just like very stationary like parts of their set, rather than it being so cohesive.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a better set than their qualifier for me, because like they were a little more clean, but it definitely was like kind of all over the place for me. Like it just didn't have flow.
It's fair. I ended up giving them an 85 as well.
I gave them an 87.
Okay, a little bit higher.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So you had them beating VPeepz just barely.
Yeah, just barely.
I had them tying. They ended up, or Battle Droids crew ended up with a 90.7, so they lost to VPeepz. VPeepz will be going through. I hope both teams improve wherever they may go.
Yep.
Not that they're bad. All right, moving on to the next duel: Intention versus Get Down District. So first of all, cool name again with Get Down District. Second of all, I don't think we saw them in the qualifiers, because I think they were montaged.
They were definitely a montage team, because I didn't recall them either.
Right. So that made me think, oh, well, they're going to lose then, right? Stick around. There's a twist.
Oh, boy.
So I'll start with Intention. Oh, actually, you can start with Intention. Go ahead, Eser.
Intention. What were their intentions?
Wah.
The very beginning, cool. Like, I don't know. I'm always like catching like the very beginnings, like it's just nice and neat, you know, just organized real well. So the line there was good. So I was just happy about it. Very effortless on their end, just so flowy, airy with their whole set. But at the same time, when I was just watching it overall and then like taking a look at everything, was like, is this the kind of level of dancing competitiveness of their set overall that needs to be here at this point? You know, like it's the duels. So I don't think it definitely did not make the cut for me personally, because like it felt more of like a nice exhibition rather than like, you know, it's like they were coming for blood or something. Like how we've seen in the first set of duels for the junior set. So something was like definitely needing a kick in there. Like, you know, I don't know what it is, but they just had to vamp it. You know, something has to be there.
Nice. I agree with you pretty much down to everything. And pretty much what you said, how they look more of an exhibition, like an exhibition. They're just so studio-y, you know what I mean? Like it looks like they're putting on their showcase performance at the end of the year of learning something.
Right.
Which is not to say that they're bad dancers, because they're fantastic dancers. Like they can do amazing things, and their technique is great too. But yeah, it's just it didn't seem exactly what you said. It didn't seem like a duel-worthy performance. I noticed, right from the beginning, I noticed that they love lines and they love ripples. They did it in the qualifier. But I also noticed, like towards the beginning, I felt like there was a bad edit in terms of video, because it looked like they repeated another part of it.
Really?
Yeah, like cut and then to like the front camera, and it looked like they did the same thing over again.
Oh,
so I
really didn't catch that.
And it was quick, so I was like, I know I just saw this, but from a different view. And I'm not sure if I just had a bad copy or whatever, but I think it was a bad edit. Maybe something went wrong in there or whatever. Okay. But yeah, that was interesting. Musicality is great.
Yeah.
They tried to burn Get Down District by whacking.
Yeah, just a little bit.
They shouldn't. It was sloppy. It was bad. Stick to what you know. If you're gonna burn, learn it. Overall, I think I had the same problem with VPeepz about the whole overall flow. It just needed one, because it started to get boring, in my opinion.
Right. Felt a little dragging.
Yeah. We'll get to scores after. Let's talk about Get Down District. So we didn't see them before. They're urban dancers, hip hop / urban, from Rosemead, California. And they did a lot of whacking.
Yes, they did.
And it was good. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Neo mentioned that they looked tired after doing the whacking. It wasn't a lot of whacking, so I don't know how tired they could have looked. Yeah. To me, it was fine, but that's the magic of editing. Maybe I didn't see a lot of things. They were clean. They made good use of the entire stage. They were sassy, and I agreed here with J-Lo with the costume change.
Yeah,
and the one girl running it off stage and
stage,
throwing it off. I was like, oh, there she goes. Oh, she threw it off stage. Someone caught it. Cool. Oh, wait, they're still going.
I know, they're still dancing.
Great. I was like, if you take it off and throw it to the side, that's it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to have someone just be the one to like throw it off, but
the runner.
but instead of like really throwing it, I thought that she was gonna throw it, but no, she ran it over and threw it. I was like, okay, that's a lot of time taken off from you guys.
It wasn't a smart choice.
No, it wasn't.
What'd you think of them?
Yes, agreeing with their technique and great whackers. I didn't catch them being tired either. I was like, okay, maybe something we didn't see, because like we're not at the studio where they filmed this, so
right.
Well, anyways, I mean, of course, like near the end, I did start catching like some tiresome faces on them.
Oh, okay.
But I was just like, quick. I was like, okay, but they're at the end, so they're just pushing it out. So I can't really compare this group from their qualifiers, because I didn't really watch them. They were just montaged.
Exactly.
So, but definitely great consistent energy throughout till the end, and I really enjoyed watching this group.
Me too.
Yeah.
I gave Intention an 86 and Get Down District an 88.
I gave Intention 91.
Dang.
Yeah, I know, because I don't know. They're just very technical, and the technique was there. So
okay,
like it was just there.
All right. That's only one category.
I know it was. It was. It was.
Yeah, what'd you get down?
Get Down District. I gave them an 89.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some high scores. Well, I'm not too far off for Get Down District. Get Down District actually had an 88.
Yeah.
And Intention had an 87. So Get Down District, the montage team,
won. Surprise!
Plot twist. It's good for them.
Yeah, I know.
That's an awesome name. I love that name. Get Down District.
1 point, but it was a close one.
Yeah. I wrote out montage team 1. Good job, guys.
Yeah, good job.
All right, moving on to the next duel: MKAM versus Elektro Crew.
This is a really good one. I really like this one.
Okay, all right. Why don't you start it off then, man? Kick it off.
All right, let's kick it. So MKAM, they impressed me. I don't know. They were one of my favorites of the night.
Interesting. I will bite my tongue.
All right then. But yeah, they too had an injured teammate that couldn't perform. He was sitting on the sideline, so the challenge there for them, they had 1 or 2 days to reblock the entire set. Good job, guys. I mean, that takes a lot of work, and especially with a very strict time constraint. Their set got me excited. It was a very competitive, a lot of energy, and they were doing some call outs, and they were really, it felt like real beef between them and Elektro crew. So it was just crazy. Great pictures, very readable movements, and I don't know, there were just it was like good chaos happening on the stage. It was just happening all for a reason rather than sloppy. So yeah, it was interesting choice of the song, just how it's mixed. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Eser.
All right, give me what you got.
It's not that bad, actually. First of all, I was like, okay, well, these guys love coloring their hair.
Yeah, they did.
Before it was green like the Joker, and now this time it was silver.
Like Ultra Instinct?
I guess that's what they were going for. I have no idea. It took me a while to actually figure out what their theme was going for.
Yeah, I didn't think too much of it either.
It was just martial arts, I guess. Right from the get-go, I was like, all right, I need you guys to stop mouthing to these songs. It's super annoying, and it really takes you out of the whole element of the thing. Mm-hmm. It's a visual. Well, it's mostly visual, but we know what the song is saying. Mm-hmm. It's just to represent it, not sing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought their tricks were well placed, better than last one for me, than the qualifiers for me, and they had good blocking and transitions. Yeah, not too many negatives here, actually. One thing that I don't know, it didn't seem for me, it didn't seem all together.
Okay.
Parts were placed, not the tricks, but pieces of choreography and the way they blocked it in terms of who does what. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it just seemed kind of odd. I don't know, the placement seemed strange to me. Something was putting me off for some reason. Listening and watching at the same time.
Okay.
But not bad. I'll move on to Elektro crew here. They first of all, they know who their strong dancer is because it was the other dude.
Yeah,
the taller dude.
Yeah, it was.
Who was pretty much in the front and center most of the time. So smart for them. I thought they were more raw than MKAM. MKAM was I don't know, very by the book, by dancing. Elektro crew I felt they had more character to their dance, individually and as a group, because of the fact that you can see how, just for lack of a better term, how raw they are with their dance. Even with a bunch of studio girls, and I'm assuming they're a studio, because those girls look like bun girls, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Bunheads. That's the word. That's the term I'm looking for, I think.
We'll look it up.
Anyway, I thought their overall flow was better than MKAM's, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And what really got me was their call out at the end with the Joker smile or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, anyway. The judge mentioned that they had a tutting section. I don't think that was a tutting section. I would loosely call it that if I had to, but I wouldn't call it that. It was just hand movements, in my opinion.
Slight.
I guess it was barely there.
But overall, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What'd you think of them?
When I thought MKAM was good, they I don't know. They were doing something else, man. They were much better in terms of their attitude and just presentation.
Man, they were going for them.
They were really coming for them. Oh, you shouldn't have picked us. Oh, you don't know what y'all walked into. So crazy good formations, and like, yeah, they were just savage, man. This group was just so savage and great transitions. I enjoyed it overall, and I did agree with Derek's comment about they had a very better quality of movement.
Yeah.
It was just really good.
100% agree. I ended up giving MKAM an 87 and Elektro an 89.
For some reason, it ended up being a tie for me, and it was just really hard to pick.
That's fair.
Yeah. I gave them both a 93.
Okay. It's pretty high.
Yeah.
MKAM actually had 90.7, and Elektro beat them barely with a 91.
Yeah.
So by 0.3, they made it through and beat MKAM.
Yeah.
So good job, guys, man. They really
Yeah.
came. I wasn't expecting that. Like, expecting them to be that good, I guess. Elektro, that is. So.
I don't know. This is just what I always think when it's the qualifiers. It's like they're holding back. Something's coming.
You think so?
Storm was coming. This is the storm, man.
All right.
This is what happened. And it was just, I mean, it was close, but like, I don't know. Yeah. Elektro, man. Crazy.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Good job.
Let's move on to JDC, who I think was montaged.
Yeah, I think they were too.
Because I don't remember them at all. Versus Dancetown Divas?
Dancetown Divas.
Thank you. I was like, is that a typo? Did I type out dance? Dancetown Divas. Let's I'll start it off with JDC. So first time seeing them, I didn't catch where they were from, just because I skipped a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to not care for the whole first part. I just want to see the dance.
Yeah, I hear you.
I thought their visuals were fantastic. Their tricks were pretty much perfect in terms of timing and execution. So really good there. Musicality was great. They were a contemporary group.
Yeah.
And their structure overall was fantastic. They had great storytelling, and they really knew how to emote and not make it look fake.
Yep.
Or forced. What'd you think of them?
First and foremost, I don't know. My initial thought when I saw them just starting to do their set, it felt like I was watching a magical fountain, water fountain, just moving.
That's fair.
Yeah,
like the Bellagio.
Right. But no, seriously, that's just what my imagery was. I was just like looking at this. It was like it was so beautiful, and they were just so genuine about how everything was going for all of them. Like they were very connected, and like the energy was just in sync. And the one prop that they were using with the mirror, it's like
perfectly used.
It was very used. It was used very well.
Yeah.
Like I was just like blown. I was just blown out of the water. I was just like, ooh, their movement is doing everything for them. Like they know what they're doing. Cause like I had my little bit of like hesitation to see what was gonna happen, but like, oh, they were showing everything out. Like these little girls did not play either. Very excellent use of the tricks and incorporating them with the set too. It was just like excellent timing also.
Right. One thing I will say, just jumping off of you about the mirrors, because I forgot about that. One thing I noticed was that, well, for me, I was worried about the mirrors because at times I felt like they were placed wrong, and I was worried that they might step on it and then slide or whatever. But it turns out I was wrong because wherever they placed it, they knew to go back for the mirror. So I was like, "Ooh, you guys thought about it. That's smart."
This was a well thought out set.
Oh man, it was good.
Yeah.
And there was always some girl or one of the dancers always popping up from behind someone with the mirror.
I know.
And I'm just like, where'd you even come from?
Like, where are the surprises, man? These surprises.
All right. On to Dancetown Divas. First of all, I thought their outfits were awesome.
Yeah.
I love a long dress skirt and making use of it to really flare out and make your presence known.
Yeah.
Which produced great visuals. They made use of the stage really well. But I thought that while they did have a lot of visuals, there wasn't a lot of substance for me. Not a lot of substance and not a lot of dancing, because it was so different from what their qualifiers were, which was mostly like a Latin dance. This was just like a lot of moments and placements and skirts. What do you think?
Again, like with visuals, like not because of their dress, the color of their dresses were like they had fantastic outfits on, but like it was definitely like I think it was just everything being put together with the song and the background and just how they were moving. It was like a firestorm.
Okay.
So it's definitely like water versus fire on like between the two groups. That's just what I thought, was just thinking.
Fair point.
So it was pretty awesome to see that. But also I did catch the lack of like what of their salsa dancing that they did in the beginning of the season. I was like, they've taken a step back from that, which kind of like,
it was risky.
it was very risky. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. I was just like, I hope they incorporate it again somewhere in there, but it didn't seem like it was too present. Maybe that's just me when I was watching it, but at the same time I was like, it's such a great risk, and like that's what they're known for, and like I kind of wanted to see this incorporated with the song selection they had going on.
Right.
I was like, it just wasn't happening. Like, I guess that element that they took, a great big element that was taken out, was affecting how they're used to like dancing. So it was just like such a great risk they did.
One thing that was like really picking at my brain during their whole set was the song that they chose. I was like, I know this song. What is this song? And it was like an operatic Gangster's Paradise.
It was.
So, props to the song or
Yeah,
for
it
the song
was.
selection, because that was awesome. I got to get that track. But the whole time I was like, I know this song. What is this song? And it wasn't until J-Lo said Gangster's Paradise, I was like, yes, that's
There it
the
is.
song. So shout out to them.
Maybe it's a master mix that we can't get.
Master Mix, yeah. Shout out to ABDC.
Yeah.
I gave Dancetown Divas an 85. It just wasn't good enough for me. And I gave JDC a 91.
I gave Dancetown Divas a 91, and I gave JDC a 96.
Okay. Well, we're same difference. I just scored everyone lower.
Oh, yeah.
Dancetown Divas somehow got a 95 for what they did. And JDC beat them with a 96.
Yeah.
So another montage team won.
I know. I was surprised that I got the same score as the judges.
Oh, true. Good job.
Got the gong.
Job. All right, let's move on to the last duel. Duel.
Oh, no.
There goes Paraline and Danny Zuko.
It's okay. They're going to be fine.
Oh, Paraline. Crazy Eights versus West Springfield Dance. West Springfield Dance being montaged in the last, or in the qualifiers. And hometown dancers from our area, at least. They're down the street from me. Eser, you can start with the Crazy Eights, if you don't mind.
Crazy Eights. Ooh, man. What to say about them? Just their comments before like they got on stage, I was just like, man, they're coming for it. These little girls are already ruthless. Like, I was like, you're so cute, but their mouths are just like sailors, man. It's like, we picked the last ones because we think we could beat them.
I mean, that's what you gotta do. Jeez.
I mean, whoa. And they weren't kidding.
and I'm all for all for like, oh, we wanted to challenge ourselves. No, this isn't where you challenge yourselves. This is where you're trying to win $1 million.
You got to survive.
Right?
This is going for some pot of gold right here.
You go for whoever the easiest person you think you can take out is.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying. Anyways,
but dude, like these little pint-sized girls, like I was just watching them, and it was like, how do you follow that up? Watching this entire set, they were just so good. I mean, they're just so very well technically trained, and their lines was just everything. Their formations were really on point. Great control. And their dance quality was so good, as well as like how big their movement is for just small girls. Like, so don't ever let size fool you when you're on stage. Like anybody can match anybody. Just how well you're trained. But yeah, I was just excited to see these little girls, and they were just like monsters, like real monsters.
That's true. Real monsters. Real monsters.
Throwback.
So first, the positives. everything you said, and it's everything I said in their qualifiers when we first saw them. They're clean, they're talented for their age, which is super talented, and they have great control of their body, and they're super flexible because they're kids. The one thing that got me during this whole set that I just could not stop, or the thing that was just holding me back with them, was there was an overuse of the one move of holding your leg over either straight up or behind your head, you know?
I did forget to put that down.
And like
I did catch that.
It's like they did it like 8 count after 8 count after 4 8 counts again and again and again. And I'm just like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna do. Yep, they did it again. Sure, they changed it up a little bit, but you know, mostly it's still the same move.
It was overused.
Yeah, very much so that the next time they did it, it's just like it was just dead space to me because I've seen it already and it didn't make any sense in my opinion. So that I took off a bit for choreography because of that. On to West Springfield Dance. I'll start with them. I thought that whole beginning part of the setup of the circus thing was kind of long in my opinion. It wasn't super long, but it felt long because it was just so slow, I guess. You know, just to set up the whole idea of they're clowns and then a circus. Okay, we got it from what you were wearing.
Yeah.
The choreography overall wasn't as difficult. It wasn't as, you know, technical as it could have been. A lot of missed chances for good musicality there. And I felt like the whole thing was just about calling out the kids because they were, you know, pretty much a lot older than them. Maybe, maybe like 8 years older. So they weren't that great in my opinion. What'd you think of them?
Yeah, they're really good with their theatrics and just where it's placed, but at the same time, it did take a lot of more time than I thought because like I'm sure they know how much time they had. I guess they just had to fill in the time somehow, but it's still like it could have been done better. There's just something that was the dancing was lacking for me in this set. But don't get me wrong, there were just like some intricate parts that did stand out, and the tricks were placed where it needed to be instead of like just randomly placed as well. But I think the dancing just needed to be there, and it wasn't as good quality dancing as I thought.
I agree. I ended up giving West Springfield Dance an 83 and Crazy 8s an 87.
I gave Crazy 8s a 94 and West Springfield a 92.
Jeez, man. You are so generous. I think I'm just super critical. West Springfield Dance actually got an 89.3 and Crazy 8s got a 93.3, so the Crazy 8s will be going through there. So good job to you little ladies.
Congratulations.
Next up was the Redemption Duel. Dancetown Divas versus MKAM. We don't have to be so technical here in terms of what we thought. I'll just say that, Dancetown Divas, they danced more in their redemption than they did during their actual duel. MKAM, they weren't very clean, and their upper body was just so stiff. It was just all up here, and they didn't want to like bend it or move it any kind of way. So I had Dancetown Divas winning. What about you?
No, like when I saw Dancetown Divas, I was like happy that they brought back their flavor there.
Right.
And then when I was watching MKAM, I was like, okay, they went for the sassiness, but it wasn't good enough sassiness because again, like they had to like really like just move their
what was that?
their core. They got to move their core and stuff, man.
You go, Eser.
Like. Yeah, guys, like if you're going to embody sassiness and attitude and femininity like that, you got to be better.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to fight for your life here. I mean.
And this is what I saw during their duel, but they did a better job at refining it in their duel because obviously they practiced that more. But yeah, overall, it's just that stiffness and like the cleanliness that isn't there needs to be there.
Yeah.
Dancetown Divas actually won.
Yeah, they did.
So they got redeemed.
Redeemed.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's redempted.
There you have it, folks. New word.
They've been redempted. The redempted. Red Dead Redempted. Oh man.
But don't get me wrong, MKAM, good effort on you for stepping out of your own comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that came out of nowhere. They really went for it, but
yeah, I think it was a good choice. They just needed to do it better.
They had to do it better.
Yeah.
That's just what we're saying.
All right. Well, that's the end of that episode. Anything else you want to say about it?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm still not super excited about this season. Nothing about this season has really gotten me excited. I mean, there are like a couple acts, but like nothing like last season where I was just where I had a lot of favorites, you know?
You miss Michael Besky.
He's the best, man. Come on. Can't beat that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Eser, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, man.
Where can people find you dudes?
Y'all can find me on Instagrams at Valcirca and on Facebook.
Do it. Find them everywhere and, send them a message. As always, I'm Russ Santos, a.k.a. Lock and Robin. You can find me at Lock and Robin on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me if you like. I do a very bad job of posting on social media just because I feel like it's work. And the end. That's it. That's it.
So if you see any posts from our DanceFam TV Facebook page, that's me.
But I do. I'm not doing work. Put it that way. It's just my own personal stuff.
Yeah. It's his personal stuff.
I don't feel like putting out there. Anyway, every now and then I do. So if you follow me and you notice I'm not doing anything, it's because I'm not doing anything. Anyway, if you want to see more, check out dancefamtv. If you want to see more of our stuff and look at our other videos and whatnot and our memes are on Facebook. I'm sure you can find it there. You can go there at facebook.com/dancefamtv. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter at dancefamtv, #thesession. We will see you guys next time for the next episode of the Duels of World of Dance Season 3. Peace out.
Later.